Hi guys! If you know me, one of the things that I like to do is watch anime in my free time, so one of my friends suggested to do the top 5 anime tag. I sat down and thought about the shows that have been the most memorable, be it when I was growing up or if they've stuck with me a certain way. I think I'll also be doing a top 5 must-watch list because even though they didn't make it onto my top 5 favorites, there are definitely more animes that I would recommend to you guys for people who haven't really gotten into anime that much, or they want to see more shows, or they want to have shows to recommend their friends. And also a top 5 romance anime / shoujo anime, because I watch a lot of those as well, and I didn't really want to clog up my top 5 favorites with all of them, so they'll also be their own separate video. Now, onto my top 5 favorites. Starting off with number 5, it's Cardcaptor Sakura. While everyone was watching Sailor Moon in elementary and middle school, I was watching Cardcaptor Sakura. The story starts off with Sakura Kinomoto, who is the main character of the anime. She accidentally releases all of the Clow cards from Clow Reed's magical book, and she ends up having to collect all the cards to put them back in the book and reseal all of them. Each card has its own unique ability and also alternate form when it's activated, so they all wreak havoc on her city. As she finds each card, she has to battle its magical personification and seal it away in the book. I love this anime because number 1, it's so freaking cute, and Sakura also has a best friend who is so nice, and she makes her a new magical girl outfit depending on the type of card she's battling, and I think that's kind of unique to a magical girl series. So as opposed to just having one staple or signature outfit, she has multiple different ones to battle different kinds of cards. I actually rewatched the whole series recently again because of the release of all the new Figmas and figurines for the show. It's rekindled my love and appreciation for such a charming and unique magical girl anime that I watched when I was younger. Number 4 on my list is Nichijou, aka My Ordinary Life, aka the complete opposite of My Ordinary Life. The anime follows a trio of girls who attend the same high school, facing everyday problems and scenarios, but with the most exaggerated outcomes. A lot of money was put into the show's funding, so the animation has a lot of frames per second, and that's why you'll see a lot of extreme expressions and action sequences for the smallest of things. Each episode is jam-packed with jokes, but it's the reason why this anime is so refreshing and funny to watch, and there was never an episode where I didn't laugh even a little bit. I definitely recommend this show if you guys want to have a good laugh. Number 3 on my list is Ouran High School Host Club. I love this anime so much. I have all 18 volumes of the manga, and I also own it on DVD. The main character is Haruhi Fujioka, and she was basically my role model in middle school. Haruhi is a scholarship student who attends Ouran Academy. She stumbles upon the host club in the music room, and during her encounter, she accidentally breaks a really expensive vase that's worth $80,000, I think, and since she's there on scholarship, you already know she doesn't have a lot of money. She ends up becoming one of the host members herself because they think she's a boy. Of course, they end up finding her true identity in the end, and the anime sort of follows the shenanigans that follows this group of students and Haruhi. There's a lot of good messages and themes in the show, which is why I've rewatched this anime so many times. Don't have a new anime to watch? Time to rewatch Ouran High School Host Club. Number 2 on my list is Inuyasha, the anime that dragged me into anime hell, and I haven't been able to climb out since. This was the very first anime I ever got into. This show follows Inuyasha, who is a half-demon, and Kagome, who is a high schooler, and together they have to gather all of the shards of the Shikon Jewel, which Inuyasha wants to have in order to become a full-fledged demon. They meet up with more friends along the way who also assist them in getting the jewel back into its original form. This anime has 7 or 8 seasons, so over 190 episodes, I think, which is fantastic because it'll last you so long and there's just so much to go around. It ended on a really weird arc because the very last season, they didn't really resolve all of their problems. Luckily, they released Inuyasha the final arc recently, which is why I also rewatched the series from beginning to end. And I'm happy to say it's just as freaking good as it was back then as it is now. And my number one ultimate favorite anime is Kuroshitsuji, also known as Black Butler. I also got into reading the manga, and it's a lot more complex and evolved than the anime, which also deepened my love for the show and the storyline. The storyline follows Earl CL Phantom Hive and his jack-of-all-trades butler, Sebastian Michaelis, and all of the different adventures that they go on. That's really simply putting it without spoiling too much of it. It's actually kind of a really sad and depressing story because CL's life was basically turned upside down on his 10th birthday, where he lost everything, including his parents and his dog, which Sebastian is named after coincidentally. You see the progression of a sweet little innocent boy evolving into a pessimistic manipulator because he basically treats everybody around him as a pawn on the chess game that is his life. Sebastian is basically there to help him gain revenge on the people who did this to him. Even though it sounds kind of depressing, the show does have its funny moments. I love it so much. I actually have all of the volumes that are currently out and available, and I also have it on DVD. Yay! Get back in there. This box set also has all of the OVAs. I believe there's 6-7 OVAs out for the series, so it's great because they're pumping out more content for people who love the show. Alright guys, these were my top 5 favorite animes. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm kind of curious to know what your favorite animes are as well, so if you have any shows that you really like and want to recommend to someone, please leave them in the comments because I'll definitely check it out. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!